Your plant is wilting, but here's the terrifying truth. Giving it water right now could actually kill it. Overwatering and underwatering look identical. Yellowing leaves could be four completely different problems, and treating the wrong one makes it worse. I've been answering these exact questions my entire career. And today, I'm giving you the pro diagnostic system that solves it in minutes. Stick around, your plants are counting on you. I help homeowners, serious gardeners, and businesses fix plant, lawn, and landscape problems using professional horticultural and contractor tested methods without wasting money on gimmicks. Hit like, subscribe, and let's save some plants. Let's get to your email. Stephanie from Virginia says, how do you determine whether a plant is wilting because it has too little water or because root rot from too much water has made it unable to take up what's already there? That right there is a question, oddly enough, only you can answer. I have gotten this question my whole life as a garden communicator on whether or not is this plant dying, or they'll say like this, am I watering too much or not enough? And really what you're asking here is that exact question. Am I watering too much or not? Because a plant that has too much water will wilt. A plant that has not enough water will wilt. So how do you know what's what? Well, I guess you got to look at the plant first and foremost. If it looks like it's the Gobi Desert in there and it's screaming for help, and while you're walking by, it grabs you by the ankle, throws you to the ground, and then gets you in a chokehold and says, give me water, I bet you probably got to give that plant water. But on the other hand, if it's really droopy and that soil is super saturated and you pick it up and you squeeze it and you could fill up a cup of water, it's probably too wet. Now, there is an interesting thing that you mentioned over here, because you say because of root rot from too much water. That's really interesting, because a lot of times we can tell whether a plant has too much root rot from, or is starting to get root rot, not too much, but is starting to get to it by doing a visual expansion, what do you call it? To look at it visually, one of the things you could do is right at the crown of the plant, right where the plant is coming right out of the ground, you could take and you could squeeze it. Take and squeeze that branch right there, or I should say, yeah, then I'll call it the branch or the trunk, depending on what kind of plant it is. And if it's soft right there, yeah, you probably are starting to get crown rot, which is like a root rot of its sorts, right? The other thing is that if you have a potted plant, and and I just kind of assumed that this was in a pot in the first place, but if you do have a potted plant and you have a saucer underneath it, and you pick up the saucer and see if there's any roots coming out from the bottom, and see if it's saturated with water in the first place. If you've got saturated water in the first place and there's roots over there, chances are inside of the plant itself, you've got too much water. So you need to take and do these visual inspections, otherwise you're going to be lost. Here's another one. This is Alan from Bellingham, Washington. How do you know whether a plant's yellowing leaves indicate a nutrient deficiency, a pH problem blocking nutrient uptake, overwatering, or early disease, when all four can look nearly identical? You know what? I'm starting to think that we have horticulturalists from school that are asking me to do their homework for them, because these are really great questions. Okay, whenever I look at a plant and I see that it has some type of nutrient deficiency, we have to determine what type of nutrient deficiency that is. The first thing we think of is not enough nitrogen, right? So we figure, well, we're going to put something that has a higher nitrogen on it. But you do have different types of nutrient problems when you have just the veins that are showing too prominently or not enough, or maybe the overall leaf is just yellowing or not. These could be all the things that you're talking about, the overwatering, early diseases, et cetera, et cetera. But what I need you to do is always these visual inspections to see if you have insects on there, that's a problem. If you haven't fed the plant at all, that's a problem. Feed the plant. If you have, and probably the number one thing, and I'm going to say this more than anything, because You write a very interesting thing here. He says a pH problem blocking nutrient uptake. You're not typically going to have pH blocking nutrient uptake, a pH problem, as far as if it's properly balanced. If it's not properly balanced, that's a different story altogether. On a scale of 0 to 14, 7 being neutral, you want your soil pH to be a 5.5 to 6.5. That's this sweet area where it will unlock the nutrients. So what's the bottom line? I think I would check the pH first, then I would get into the nutrient deficiency. As I mentioned just a little bit before, you're going to be able to tell whether you've been overwatering or underwatering. And then finally, you'll be able to see if there's early diseases, because you're going to put your Inspector Clouseau cap on and you're going to look to see if you have any kind of insect activity going on. And that is the way we answer your email on today's show.